Stay tuned with TechWiseRahul for more videos on CKA. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's begin with how I have prepared for the Certified Kubernetes Administrator exam. So the page is being currently shown on your screen is the official documentation provided by the Linux Foundation for the certification exam. So the certification exam comprises of 15 to 18 questions that need to be completed within 2 hours, and the certification validity is for 2 years. And along with after registration of this particular exam, we are going to be avail one retake, free retake, and which we can take within a 12 months of eligibility. So the domain and competencies along with the weightage that is covered for this exam. Storage, we have a 10%. In storage, we have to be make sure that we know how to use the PV, how to use the persistent volume claim, what are the reclaim policy we have it, how we can use the same persistent volume in a different pods, and the troubleshooting, which has a highest weightage, which comprises of 30% of weightage. We should know that how to debug the pod, if the pod is goes into crash loop back off or in a pending state, how we can fix those things. If the node is not schedulable, we should know that how to debug such kind of scenarios. And we should know that if there would be any application related failure, how to debug it, how to redirect the application or pod output to a specific file. So these all things come under the troubleshooting section, which has the highest weightage, that is 30%. And the third part, we have it in the domain for the certification exam, that is workload and scheduling. So in workload and scheduling, we should know that how we can schedule a particular pod on a node, how to check the 10/10 toleration need to be applied on a pod or a deployment. So such kind of thing that need to be taken care in this section, and this section comprises of 15% of weightage. And the fourth one, and this is the second highest weightage in this exam, that is cluster architecture, installation and configuration. For this section, we should know that how to apply the role-based access control to a service account, how to create a cluster role. What I would suggest in this section, better to use an imperative command. Go through the Kubernetes official documentation. This is the Kubernetes official documentation, and we make sure that you are very much familiar for this official documentation page, because this is going to be very helpful when you're stuck somewhere in real-time CK exam. So you should know that how to navigate it, just like as the searching. As you can see here, I have searched for the persistent volume. You can search for any, just like as let's search for PVC. If I search, if I wanted to know that how to create a PVC, I just search for the PVC. As we can see here, the PVC comes up, and you should know that how to navigate through that to get the declarative value of that PVC. This is the YAML which we needed while if we stuck somewhere for a question. So this is the thing that comes under the cluster architecture, installation and configuration. The last part is the service and networking. So in the service and networking, we should know that how the pods communicate with each other in a single namespace or in a different cluster, and how to create a service, just like as it would be either cluster service or the node port service or the load balancer server. We should know that how to create an ingress, how to create ingress resources, how to check that if a pod is exposed to outside of the cluster, if it's required, how to configure the code ENS, and we should know that the proper and appropriate the container network interface plugin. So this section comprises of 20% of weightage. To gain the confidence and improve your time management skills, practice with a mock exam that simulate the real CKA test environment, and start practicing the debugging and the resolving the problems related to pod services and other components. So reference video will be attached for this practicing mock CKA exam in this video, and the link will be shared in the descriptions as well. So in the last, what I would suggest that stay calm with focused and read very carefully every task. Misunderstanding requirements can lead to the mistakes, and that could have been easily avoided. So in last few months back, I have recently cleared this Certified Kubernetes Administrative exam, and this is how the certification digital PDF would look like, and you will get the digital badge as well on your registered email. Thank you. See you in next video. Please like, share, and subscribe TechWise Rahul.